This New Day cooking segment brought to you by Ferguson Bath Kitchen and Lighting Gallery, powered by Electrolux.
Well, we all know that feeling when it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you finished lunch and your energy level starts to drop. But instead of grabbing a sugary drink or a snack to give you a boost, we're going to look for a few healthier options. Here to show us is certified personal trainer Jeannie Oliver. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
You've been busy back there. Look at all of this. So just talk to me about the philosophy of snacking, eating when you're tired, you know, and you think, oh, if I drink a cold Coke, I'll feel better.
Yeah, absolutely. So our first go-to is typically we want to have sugar or caffeine, but there are actually better ways that you can keep yourself energized and mentally alert through the rest of the afternoon without getting that crash that the caffeine or the sugar is going to cause later, right? So we're going to start with a few really great simple snacks that are quick and easy to make. One of my favorite things for energy is chia seeds. And, you know, sometimes you've seen the chia drinks around, those are really common now. And what a lot of people don't know is that chia seeds were used by ancient Aztec warriors to help them run for really, really long distances.
Really?
So they're incredible for energy, and they're loaded with, you know, protein, vitamins, minerals, omega-3 fatty acids, and they're really great brain foods. So they'll keep you energized and alert for the rest of the afternoon.
Now,
and it's also really filling.
Where are the chia seeds? These,
okay, so they're right here. Yeah, and this is really easy to make. Now I've done a couple examples for you. I've done the one that we're just going to mix up really fast.
In here?
Mm-hmm. And then there's also that one that you're holding.
Drinks.
Yeah, and that's blended. So if you have kiddos that don't like the look of the seeds or something like that,
or you don't
like
them they're in there.
Just sneak them in. Or if you don't like a whole blueberry, I like the texture of a whole blueberry in my chia pudding, but if you don't want that, just throw it in the blender and blend it up, and it's really beautiful that way.
So what is it we're making?
This is a zesty lemon blueberry chia pudding. Yeah.
Let's give that a try.
So what you want to do, chia, as soon as you add the chia seeds, they're going to start to gelatinize and clump. So you don't want to add them till the end.
Okay.
So we're going to pour, we have almond milk here, it's unsweetened, because again, we want to keep that sugar low, right?
All right.
So we've got our almond milk.
Can I have a nut while
you
I'm waiting?
may.
Here?
Those are our rosemary marsala roasted nuts. We'll talk about those a little bit later.
All right. Sorry, I had to have a snack. There we go.
Absolutely. So lemon zest. This is what gives it that zesty part of our taste, and it's really just bright and springy, but good any time of year.
It smells good.
And you can add more or less of this depending on your tastes. I've got here just a tiny bit of maple syrup. It's only 1 tablespoon for the whole recipe, so it's pretty low in sugar. I've also used just a little bit of vanilla stevia. And what else is in here? Vanilla extract.
Okay.
So we're going to add that.
That already smells good. Just
right?
the vanilla makes it smell like dessert for sure.
And then I'm going to go ahead and dump in my blueberries. And depending on the time of year that you've got your blueberries, if they're not in season, just buy them organic frozen. It's really a simple way to do it. Yeah, so these are great right now. I bought these organic ones at PCC, and they're fresh and they're really sweet. Depending on the time of year that you get your blueberries, they may be more or less sweet, and so taste them first, because you might want to add more depending on the sweetness level. And then I've just got fresh lemon juice. We squeezed this morning. I'm just going to add a little bit at first, and then I'm going to add more to taste, because that's something that people may want more or less of.
Now, the chia seeds, are they giving us protein? Is that what the energy is coming from?
Yes, they give you protein, and then they give you those wonderful omega-3 fatty acids.
Those are the
and
things
minerals
that we want, as opposed to sugar, soda, that kind of stuff. Go
yeah, real nutrition. You want dense nutrition. Real nutrition will fuel your body, fuel your brain, keep your blood sugar stabilized. You don't want that big blood sugar spike and crash that we would typically get in the afternoon.
That's one of the issues with breakfast foods. It seems like a lot of those are sugary and
so sugary, and it's the worst thing. And people don't often realize that what you eat first thing in the morning has a direct influence on how you feel later in the day. So oftentimes I find with clients that if they eat a sugary, high carb, or high glycemic breakfast, that by dinner time they might eat a really nourishing, satisfying meal, but then they have sugar cravings afterwards. So this is a great way to keep your cravings at bay and keep your energy level up. So you just whisk this in. That's it. And then you're going to add more lemon juice to taste. I'm going to dump in all of that. We've already got some made up for you to taste.
Alrighty.
And then you just whisk the heck out of it.
Until it thickens up a bit?
It's going to start to thicken up a little bit. And then
that's the seeds.
That is the seeds, correct. Okay. Yeah. And it takes a few minutes. So what you want to do once this is all mixed up, let it sit in your refrigerator for about 4 hours to overnight. I typically will pour it into my serving container before I do that, because otherwise it's too thick. Exactly, and then you have these beautiful little jars, and you can do something kitschy with them like I did. Tie some twine.
Tell us about the other things that you have up here.
Yeah, so here I have a cilantro macadamia pesto, which is delicious. And cilantro is wonderful for detoxification and incredible antioxidant, so really great for energy as well. The macadamia nuts, some good healthy fats. Yes, nuts are good for you.
And they're delicious.
They're delicious. And then we've got some cumin that I add to that, lime juice, and this is a really, really easy recipe to make. Now, I've made this cilantro really pretty, but the beauty of this is that you can just cut off the longest part of the stem, throw the rest of it, because you're just pureeing it, so it doesn't have to look perfect.
And you end up with this beautiful pesto, and I love the way you've served this with colorful veggies, including the, what is it, the watermelon radish?
Yes, those are watermelon radishes. Aren't those gorgeous? Yeah, I am obsessed with these. I think
see that you've got some crackers out here, and oftentimes we're told, no, no, not the crackers. What's different about these?
Absolutely. So these are Mary's Gone crackers. They are completely gluten-free. They do have some grains in them, but they are pretty low glycemic and high fiber and high protein. Really nice, crunchy option to serve your pesto on.
You can have a few of those. And so you've got a lot of vegetables and citrus fruits and the nuts. Just talk to us about just if you're going to get rid of one snack during the day, one sugary snack, and you want to replace it with one thing, what's the easiest thing?
Absolutely. Well, that's why I did these roasted nuts for you, because I think that there's something that you can throw together. It literally takes 20 minutes maximum at home. You toss together a little bit of honey. I added some stevia for extra sweetness without the sugar, some fresh rosemary, a little smoked chipotle powder. It adds a tiny bit of heat. You don't have to add that. Tiny bit of grapeseed oil. And you just toss that together, put it on a baking sheet, let it go for about 14 minutes, depending on your oven heat, usually anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes. Get them golden brown, let them dry out, and then they're ready to go. So it's awesome.
They're very
you can throw it in a baggie and bring it to work. Yeah, they're so good. And
everybody should have those.
Yeah, and all those healthy fats to keep your brain functioning quickly and energized for the rest of the day.
Thank you so much. We put all 3 of Jeannie's recipes on New Day's website for you to try out at home. Enjoy them, and we'll be right back. Thank you. Those are delicious.